All right, so last night I spent a lot of time polishing up the window handling for the game. So yeah, I mean this is kind of boring territory, but this is yet another reason why this really had to be a custom program developed from scratch as opposed to just using some off-the-shelf engine. So just to give you an example here. So basically, because of all the weird aspect ratio crap that's going on with this game, um, there are special things that you have to do to handle window resizing. So I'm sure you've noticed, for the past year or whatever, whenever I've gone into windowed mode with the game, it always got like really wonked out and distorted and everything. You can see now when I resize the window, it's actually when I'm done resizing, I actually correct the aspect ratio, and so the game is never distorted. Once you're done, dragging things around, and it's pretty nice. And basically, like what's also special about this resize is that once you get to the point where the size of the window, either horizontally or vertically, is less than or equal to the native arcade resolution, I actually just display the window at exactly that native resolution. So if you play Final Fight at 16:9 aspect ratio, its true internal resolution is really 512 by 224. So you can see how if I make the window like really small and let go of it, see how it just this is just one to one the actual resolution of Final Fight with no aspect ratio correction, 512 by 224, and this carries over through all of the different game options, and see everything gets corrected as jump back into full screen and all that. So yeah, I mean, so it's pretty boring, but if you really want to release a polished piece of software, that is the kind of crap that you have to do. And then like let's do a crazy aspect ratio. So I'm running at 2560 by 1440. So if I tell the game that the screen height is going to be 720, I'm basically saying that the height is half of its native height, which is basically the same thing as having two 16:9 monitors side by side. So when I start the game, you can see that that's basically what we have here. We're putting in the letterboxing, and what's interesting too is like how things scaled. So basically, we know that at 16:9, Final Fight's true internal native resolution is 512 by 224. Well, if we play at 32:9 aspect ratio, which is double, we know that the internal resolution at this point is actually 1024 by 224. And the other crap that's going on here too is, like when you go from full screen to windowed mode, I'm now handling, either adding or replacing the pillar boxing or letter boxing. So see what happens when I go into windowed mode now. So see how when we resize, we're actually losing the the letter boxing and just displaying stuff at because basically, like, what's the point in pillar boxing when you're windowed, right? It's stupid. So yeah, and then see if I make the window really small. If I basically if I hit 1024 or less, see how it just made it. Here is the original native resolution, one to one, absolutely no stretching. So this is 1024 by 224, and yeah, I mean it's kind of cool, to see that kind of stuff. See like all this stuff, it's all exactly there. And if people kind of like if they don't have crazy ultra wide monitors or whatever, but they still kind of want to screw around and maybe play a 10-player game, you kind of need the extra real estate to play 10 players. And so that will be useful for that scenario. Being able to play windowed mode. I mean, this is kind of like a bonus thing, like a nice thing. I mean, like personally, I never play games windowed unless like maybe I'm recording a video or doing some other weird thing like that. But if I actually give a crap about the game I'm playing, I'm always full screen. But like I said, if you really want a polished game, a polished piece of software, you have to implement all these things. So basically, I'm just polishing all this crap up, making it complete. I want this to seem like it's so polished and perfect that it's just like something that a commercial developer would release.